Hello, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. Before I get into the letter T of being homeward bound to God, I want to invite you to check out the link in the comments below to my book called You Are Made to Heal Spiritually, Emotionally, Mentally, and Physically. It's just my journey of being stuck for 30 plus years in not a good spot. I was a victim and in victim mindset, and I played the blame game. I had a lot of shame. I wasn't happy. I had a lot of anger. I was bitter. I didn't know how to do anything different. And so I just go on this journey of all the tools that have helped me because I suffered with depression and suicidal thoughts for 30 plus years. I have tools that I've used going on 10 years. I have not had depression or suicidal thoughts going on 10 years. And I just really feel like God has led me to these, and I'm here to help others on their journey because healing is possible. Healing isn't just possible for me, it's possible for everyone. And honestly, the number one secret of my advice is to come unto Christ. Christ and God are our true healers. They are our healers in life. And I believe that is how I've been able to heal, because I've surrendered and I've just said, okay, show me different, because I don't know what this looks like. And it's amazing that the help that they've given me, and I know they are there for everyone else that turns to them. And maybe they lead you to different tools that are listed and suggested in my book. So check that out. It was written for teens and adults because I suffered in both phases of my life, and I just know that healing is possible. Now, does it mean I don't have hard in my life and I don't deal with sad moments and I don't get frustrated? Absolutely not. I still get my emotions. It's just I know how to process through them. I know how to not stay stuck, because I was so stuck and stagnant for 30 plus years, and it just combined into this massive depression and then suicidal thoughts off and on. I had them several times, and I have been there, and so I know what that's like, and I know where your heart and mind is at that point. And so I just share this beautiful journey, and anyway, check out that link. So the letter T in being homeward bound to God, it's one I'm still working on. It's called talking less and listening more. So as a small child, I, when you're kind of the baby in the family, you don't feel like you get a voice. Like, no one wants to hear you. You're the baby. You don't know anything, right? And I'm not the baby, but I was the baby for 9 years, right? So my mom, bless her heart, she had 2 sets of twins. So I have a couple older siblings, and then there's me and my twin. And then 9 years later, there was a set of twins. But I felt shut down a lot. Being the baby, you don't know what you're talking about. Just be quiet, that kind of thing. So, I get to school age. I go to school and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all these people. Maybe they'll listen to me. And I talked. I was a class clown. I got in trouble. My teachers would always say, yeah, we can't get her to shut up. And, I was telling that to my mom. And so I was just very, very talkative and very social. And then, in my later years, I felt like I was shut down a lot because I dealt with sexual abuse. And I had to keep this ugly, dark secret to protect my life of what I thought, because I was threatened. After it happened, I was threatened that he would kill me and my family if I said anything. So, can you imagine that burden on a 7-year-old child? It was a lot. And so it shut me down. I went from being this outgoing, talkative person to this person that didn't know how to say anything. I was shut down completely. I went from extrovert to introvert overnight. And so I didn't have a voice. I wasn't able, if you were to ask my mom, I was her most shy kid. I was so shy, so shy. But it didn't start out that way. So that's another thing that I would like to encourage is, as adults and watchers and protectors, overseers of children, if you see a personality change like that, a lot of people are like, well, what's wrong with your parents? They didn't see the signs. Let me give you a history, because I love my parents. I don't hold anything against my parents, and I am grateful I had the experience that I had in my life, because it's brought me closer to God. But my parents at that time, within just weeks of that happening, of me being raped, my mom got in a horrible car accident with all of us kids in it. We were in a bad car accident, and my parents lost everything and basically had to start all over again with 4 kids. And she soon found out she was pregnant with twins. So they had a lot going on, and 3 moves within, I want to say 3 moves within a 1.5 year time period. So that was a lot. That was a lot. And so when adults are going through a lot of hard times in life, they're not going to really recognize that. But recognize changes in personalities, because that could very well mean something is off. So I felt like I lost my voice and I didn't get to say anything. And then on top of it, I was a twin, or I am a twin, but since I was shy and tend to be that way, I let my sister have the spotlight. I would start to tell a story and she would say, hey, you're telling it all wrong. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you tell it. So I was just very, very like, okay to sit in the sidelines and have her tell it and then laugh with everybody else or whatever. And so I really felt like I gave my voice away. Like I gave a part of my power away. And so when I got married, I didn't have a lot of voice, but it slowly came about. Like I'm grateful for my husband, because he played a huge role in helping me find that voice, and he didn't even realize it. But I talk a lot. I don't talk a lot in social situations, but I talk a lot. And my kids are like, oh, I think you, well, I've been accused by some of my children. I think you just love to hear yourself talk. And you know what? Maybe that's true. Maybe it's like, hey, I've got my voice and I have something to say and I want to share it, and listen to me. So being talkative isn't bad, but talking less so that we can listen more. A lot of times when we talk, like, and I'm still guilty of this and I'm still working on it. A lot of the times when we talk, we want to get our point across. We want others to see where we're coming from. And we just, want to get that out there. But it's so important to know when to talk. Have that prayer in your heart going, okay, I'm having this conversation with this individual. Help me to know when a good time to talk is. Maybe this person just needs to let out, have that outlet, maybe let out their frustrations or whatever. And they just need that listening ear. A listening ear is all it takes sometimes as parents. Kids don't necessarily need or want our advice, but they just want us to hear them out. They just want us to listen. And so just recognize, like, maybe when you're talking too much and when you can step back a little bit and listen. I just know wise people, and I'm learning from the wise people, because I'm not so wise yet. I'm learning. But wise people don't have to talk a lot. They just, I think more than anything, it's their energy, their vibrations that they put out, their actions. Have you ever heard this? Actions speak louder than words. So, maybe lessen the talk and do it through your actions. Do it through your actions. And that is something I'm still learning, and I will learn the rest of my life. So it's a good one. And also connecting with God. We have that prayer. He already knows what's in our heart. He already knows our desires. He already knows what we are in need of. So sometimes just going to God in silence with a broken heart and a contrite spirit and just listening listening and feeling his love. It's an amazing experience when we allow ourselves to be in that situation. So that's it for today. God bless you and yours. And please like and subscribe to this channel. Share it with other people. It is my mission and my purpose here on this earth to help others in their healing journey. We don't have to stay stuck. We are meant to grow, and we must grow spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically all together. Maybe not all at once. We can't do it all at once, but we need a balance in healing in those areas. Because if we just heal physically, get our bodies right, it's not going to do a whole lot of good if we're negative in our mindset and our emotions are stuck and we have this past hurt and trauma that we haven't dealt with because we just want to sweep that under the rug. We don't want to deal with that. We just want to suppress that. And the spiritualness. Again, on the flip side, you can't just focus on being a spiritual person, reading your scriptures all the time and praying and feeling like you're connected to God, but yet put in junk foods in your body and have a negative mindset and not willing to deal with the emotions. You see what I'm saying? We've got to have this equal balance of taking care of ourselves on all of these levels so that we can feel a balance and peace in our lives and including God on the journey. So please like and subscribe, share it with others, and until next time, God bless you and your family. Thank you. Bye-bye.